Good evening, everyone. My name is Bryce Alexander Williams, and my presentation is on Sheldon Adelson and his impact on Singapore. And basically, what he did in Singapore, why he chose to do business in Singapore, and and also how he achieved his success throughout life. So let's get started. So here's a bit of table of contents, just a general overview of what I'll be going over. So I'll be going over the background of Adelson, how he became successful, why he chose to do business in Singapore, the architecture of the Marina Bay Sands and the architect himself, the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and the impact he had on Singapore, how he helped their economy, how he boosted tourism, a few other projects that he was a part of globally, which he was also part of a big economic impact on Macau. I will also be going over Adelson's legacy, the continuation of his legacy, and his next steps after achieving success, and a few key takeaways that I found very important, and hopefully that you all find important after the presentation, and finally finishing off with my references. So let's get started. So here is a bit of background of Adelson. He was born and raised in Boston on August 4th, 1933. He was raised in a Jewish immigrant home. He went to school at City College of New York. He majored in finances, and he had his first success in a consulting firm. He founded Comdex, which is a computer trade show. And after Adelson was introduced to Vegas by a few of his business partners, he decided that he wanted to become part of the casino and hotel business. And a little fact about Adelson's parents is that his mother actually ran a small knitting shop and his father was a taxi driver. And Adelson was an immigrant here. And, it really shows that if you have the drive and the ambition, no matter where you come from, you can truly achieve success. And just think, Adelson was a billionaire during his life, and he came from humble beginnings. So that really says a lot. So here's a bit more background on Adelson. He used his profits to develop Las Vegas Sands, which is a global development company. They basically develop different types of real estate, hotels, resorts, casinos, things like that. He was part of the building of the Venetian and the Palazzo, along with a few other properties along the Strip. And after a few years of doing business in Las Vegas, he decided to set his eyes around the world, and he decided to start in Singapore. So why would this businessman choose to do business in Singapore? So he clearly saw some potential that nobody else saw. So he saw the opportunity to make Singapore a global destination to help their economy, creating jobs, growing the economy into more than it was. He wanted to increase their imports and exports, doing business with other countries on a global scale. And then after he decided to move his business to Singapore, the idea for the Marina Bay Sands Hotel came into fruition. So here I'm going to talk a little bit about the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, the architecture of it, and the architect himself. So the architecture of this building of the hotel was created by Moshe Safdie. Well, Moshe's architecture company built the design for the Marina Bay Sands, which I find incredibly interesting. He was very creative and a big influence on the hospitality industry as well. He commissioned 7 artists to help design the interior and exterior. It comprises of 3 hotel towers, 200-meter rooftop observation deck with an infinity pool, and this hotel is one of its kind. It has over 170 luxury brands and shops, and he and Moshe Safdie's company also built the Jewish Shangchi Airport, which is the bottom image right there. And I did see a video of the Shangchi Airport. It is absolutely beautiful, especially for it to be an airport. So here's more of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. So construction began in 2006, and it was delayed due to economic recession and labor shortages. Originally, the hotel was supposed to be completed in 2009, but it was completed in 2010. So a bit of a year gap, but it still costs, I'm sure it cost millions of dollars in delays. So the cost of the entire construction project and building as a whole the cost was $5.7 billion. It consists of 7 restaurants, gardens, spas, event spaces, and a museum. It also has 2,600 rooms and suites and is 56 stories tall. So the impact that this hotel has on Singapore, it boosted tourism in a whole new way. The Marina Bay Sands brought tourists from all corners of the world. It created many career opportunities for the citizens of Singapore, made billions of dollars in revenue in tourism. It was a big conventions boost, and it made the Marina Bay Sands district a luxurious getaway. And what it means by the district is basically everywhere around the Marina Bay Sands Hotel was turned into a luxurious shop. Local restaurants were created, local vendors. It created many different boutiques. It's absolutely beautiful. And I hope to visit someday. So here are a few other projects that Sheldon Adelson was a part of on a global scale. Sheldon Adelson helped build the first Vegas-style hotel in Macau, China in 2004. He called it the Sands Macau. He also built the Venetian Macau in China in 2007. Each of these projects helped the economy that they were built in. And what's really interesting about this is that Adelson was truly a visionary, but he also helped create other people's visions as well. Wherever Adelson built his hotels for the Las Vegas Sands, he helped their economy by creating career opportunities, even boosting like their revenue and making sure that the places that they were built in were okay and were going to last. Like he had a major impact on everywhere that he went, which is amazing. He also donated billions in education and medical research, which I will talk about a little bit later. So, Sheldon Adelson's legacy. Sheldon Adelson was a philanthropist and businessman. He was the largest donor for Israel for Birthright Israel Foundation, and what that foundation does is help underdeveloped Jewish immigrant young adults and children get a leg up in the world, give them social and life skills that they need to live their own lives of success. He became a key factor in booming the hospitality industry on a global scale. He brought the Las Vegas concept around the world. He was the personal boomer for economies. He was very political. He was a Republican donor and a big political figure. So the continuation of his legacy and what his next steps were after achieving his success. So up to this point, Adelson is a billionaire. He has his own development company that is making millions and billions of dollars in development programs, which is truly amazing. So he spent the remainder of his life focusing on his philanthropy and family. He oversaw his empire to ensure it would last forever. He was the top donor for Donald Trump's presidential campaign, and in 2007 he created the Adelson Family Foundation, which is dedicated to helping young immigrant Jewish children with, again, social skills and life skills, and making sure they have and also making sure that they have what they need to get a leg up in the world. and their main focus is to help children who are underdeveloped, who basically need someone and who can't help themselves, which I found very wonderful. He's the supporting Jewish people through grants, healthcare, and Jewish education. And on January 11th, he passed away. Or on January 11th, 2021, he passed away. So a few key takeaways from Adelson that I hope you got, and what I personally got, is that Adelson was a visionary. He did not let anyone stop him from achieving success. Hard work pays off. He was an important figure in the hospitality industry, and he shows that no matter where you come from, success is attainable. And the reason I said he didn't let anyone stop him from achieving success is because he was a Republican and he suffered a lot of backlash for that. And the media made it seem like he had some ethical issues as well. But he wouldn't let that stop him. He wouldn't let his personal life affect his business life, which I found very awe-inspiring. And he did grew up from very humble beginnings, and he was very poor, including his parents. But it shows that with the same drive as Adelson, with the same hope that he had, and becoming a visionary like him, success is more than attainable, and he was living proof of that. So here are my references, and thank you all so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.